Hi dear friends, welcome to Civil Engineering. My name is Elvis. I hope you are all fine. Today we'll be looking on marking out and setting out a foundation plan. How to mark out foundation footings. How to mark out foundation footings for one floor, for a G+1 floor. And guys, before we begin, if you are new in this channel, do not forget to subscribe and make sure you like and you hit on this bell to always have the latest notification, guys. So how do we start? By marking out footings in a story building, guys. See what happens. Consider that this is your footings that you have marked to dig. These are footings that you are seeing. So let's consider that this is your setting out. This is your setting out. We are just taking this, like for example, this is your setting out, although it is not the setting out of this house, but this is, let's just consider that this is the setting out that we have make it to lay this house in, and see what happens. This is your center line. This is your center line. This is the line that you are seeing. It is the center line of this pillar, of this column. So this is the center line. This is the center line that you are seeing. After this center line, this is the wall. This is the foundation, which is 20 centimeters. And this one you are seeing, it is at least 60 to 80 centimeters. You're digging so that you have a free space to to build your foundation. But this is not your footings. This is not your footing that you have marked. Your footings, it is this one, and to dig this footing from your center line, this is your center. This is the center of your pillar. This is the center of this pillar. So you are seeing the center that you have marked it. This is the center of your pillar. It is the center of your pillar, the center of where your line is passing. So see what happens, guys. From your center, you want to make your setting out. This is the center. You shift at least 1.50 meters away from your profile board. These are your profile board. Hope you are seeing. These are your profile board, and these are your pegs. These are your pegs. These are the pegs that you have put into the ground, and these are profile board round. So here you are seeing these are nails and these are line. These are your lines passing. But from here, from this here, this is the center, and which is this line. And from the center, you shift at least 1.50 meters this way, so that when marking your pillar, this is your footing. So when marking this footing, you need to shift as from this center, from your center, you shift at least, if it is G+1, shift at least 1 meters this way, and from your center, 50 centimeters this way, and from your center of the pillar, again, 50 this way. But you will not shift exactly 50. You will shift at least 55 centimeters this way, and again this way, 55 centimeters from the center of your pillar. Why? Because, so you need to shift 50 from this side and 55 from this side, and again 55 from this side, same as this side, 55 and 55. So that when you dig and you enter, but if it is at least 55, you need to dig at least 1.20 meters, because the depth of your footing must be much more than the width. You see, guys? So the deepness of your footing must be much more than the width. Why? Because your house can easily sink down. And see what happens when you dig. So this is like your mesh that you have already planned. This is your mesh. So from your footing that you have dig, this is your footing. This distance This is your mesh that you have plot. So from your foundation footing that you have dig, from this distance, it should be at least 5 centimeters free from your iron, at least 5 centimeters, so that your iron should not touch the ground, and your foot and your pillar have to raise on top of your mesh, at least at the center. This is your pillar, this is your column at the center of, when you dig your footing, it is raising on at the center of your mesh. So this is your mesh that you have plot, and you have dig this. This is the deepness of it, guys. I hope you are seeing it. This is the deepness of it. This is ground level. And this here, you have concrete 5 centimeters. Mass concrete, you have concrete this. And this here, this is your iron. But this distance, this small distance that you are seeing, at least 5 centimeters to your excavation. Your iron should be free at least 5 centimeters to touch the ground, because if it is touching the ground, it's not going to have the strength, so that the concrete should feel it well. And guys, when you dig it, your pillar is raised at the center of your mesh. So from the center, it is the same thing that you're going to do with all the footings. So this is how, when after your setting out, this is what you are going to do. You first of all tie your center lines when you want to mark out the footings of your foundation for G+1, G+2, up to what type of level that you want to build. It is a center line. You mark from the center line. If it was G+4, your footing should be at least, the width round should be at least 1.50 m and 1 meter, no, at least 1.20 m this way, 1.20 m this way, 1.20 m, and the deepness should be at least 1 meter, from 1.30 m up to 1.80 m. From 1.30 m up to 1 meter. It depends how the place is. If the ground is hard, if it is hard ground, you can dig it 1.30 m. But if the ground is soft, at least 1.80 m deep. Yes, so, and here the thickness of your concrete to concrete this should be because this is your pillar. This is your pillar that you are seeing. So the thickness of your concrete must be up to 20 centimeters thick. The thickness of your concrete to be concreted in this, your footing should be at least 20 centimeters thick. And the deepness must be more than the width. The depth of your footing must be greater than the width. So, and before you start it should be at least 5 centimeters thick, 5 to 8 centimeters thick of mass concrete from the ground before you put your biscuit bone, and this mesh will be raised on it before your pillar or your column should be raised on it at the center to share the load on this mesh. It must be at the center to share the load equal. So it should not be at this angle, it should be at the center so that it can share the load that have been applied on the structure. To share the load here, you must put it on the center so that it should share the load. And this is how it goes, guys. I hope you have really understood what we have done here. So when you finish your foundation, if your foundation is square, you want to test it, you have to measure this dimension. These are the diagonals. So the diagonals, this line from the center of this pillar to the center of this pillar, and again from the center of this pillar to the center, it must be equal. That is, this side must be equal dimension to this side, so that you should know that your foundation, it is very okay. So this is it, guys. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to subscribe. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe, and Even if you're not new, you must like this video, guys. You must like this video and you hit on this bell to always have the latest updates. Guys, see you in my next video and thanks for watching.